Hello.
Tere.
Tervist.
Ciao bello.
Tere.
Tere.
Hallo.
Tere.
Tere.
Hello. Привет.
Howdy.
Tere.
Goeiedag. Servus.
Good morning.
Hello.
Bonjour.
Goedemorgen.
Tere.
Hallo. Goedemorgen.
Ahoy.
Tervitused.
Tere hommikust.
Привіт, I am Anna from Ukraine.
Привіт, I'm Yevheniia from the 69th Sniffing Brigade.
And we are here for the 42nd NAFO campaign. After 3.5 years of the brutal Russian war against Ukraine, the support is only growing.
It warms our heart as Ukrainians to see so many friends of Ukraine being ready to go thousands of miles to come here with military aid to Kyiv. So let's start the handout.
Cool.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course donate to NAFO 69 Sniffing Brigade, because we deliver cool trucks to Ukrainian army, and also we have cute dogs. We have this cool car for a very cool guy. It's the first Defender that we are handing out in our convoys. This will go to the person who is not Ukrainian but who has been serving in Ukraine. Can you represent yourself, who you are, and what have you been doing? How have you been helping Ukraine for these years?
Yeah, I've been supporting Ukraine since 2019 as a Green Beret, and when I retired a couple months ago, I came over here and started a new team of basically American SOF operators that are comprised into one team in 3rd Regiment SSO to fight on the front.
What is your background? What were you doing before helping Ukraine?
I just retired after 20 years in the United States Army. I started out in 1st Ranger Battalion, 13 deployments to Afghanistan and Iraq with 1st Ranger Battalion, and then I switched over to become a Green Beret for my last 3 deployments. The last 3 were in support of Ukraine. I've been in support of Ukraine for a really long time, and I'm happy that I'm now out of the military and able to affect what I want to affect instead of what I had to affect, and now I can fight for something that I believe in.
You said that you finally can do what you believe in instead of what you have to. Why do you believe so much in Ukraine?
You can just go back to what's right and wrong. The nation wants to be a sovereign nation, wants to have its freedom, chooses to live a certain way, and was free. And now a foreign entity comes over here as an occupying power and tries to steal your freedom. That's wrong, period. I want to fight for what is right. And I thought growing up as an American, we fight for freedom, that we are the protectors of freedom in the world. And I don't know, I just hope to stand as a good example of what a true American is, who believes in freedom and fights for freedom. Ukrainians now be able to teach some American soldiers who don't have this experience in Ukraine. There's so much to be taught. War is an ever-changing and evolving environment. Ukraine has been fighting a modern war against a near-peer adversary or peer adversary to America for the last, in the open, like full-out conflict, 3-4 years. So the amount of knowledge and institutional knowledge and things that this country has learned, the rest of the world needs to learn. It's not just America or the little pieces. There's so many topics that I could go over that we all need to learn to be able to fight and suppress Russian aggression and Chinese in the future. Since you've been here, what would you say you love the most about this country? The people and the culture. You know, in America, like you go to the South in America, everybody kind of like smiles and there's a fakeness to it, right? They say like hi and they might like talk about you behind your back. In this country, it's like you have to authentically meet somebody and have some commonality, and when people are nice, they're so inviting and bring you into their home that you become family. It's not a falseness to it. Everybody is very authentic, and I think that part of the culture is my favorite thing.
What part of the US you come from?
Chicago.
Is there something else you would like to tell to our audience, to the other drivers who are here, who came all the way from Estonia driving those cars for like more than 30 hours?
Just thank you. I mean, this war is going to be won off of donations and a lot of crowd surfing and very little, national support from other nations. And I think we really can win this through the support of a donation base. I mean, whether that comes through drones and vehicles and whatnot, this country needs it in order to maintain lethality. So what you guys are doing is immeasurable as far as the ability to help maintain lethality on the front. And I just thank you from myself, my unit, and all of Ukraine.
Well, and I also want to thank you as a Ukrainian, having foreigners fighting for, particularly my life of my friends, my relatives. It's I don't know. It's impossible to probably thank you enough. So, well, at least I can give you this patch from the Penn campaign, who raised the money for this car, this cool Defender car, who is gonna serve Ukraine. I hope not worse than you do. And wish you all the luck. And see, great patch. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I just want to thank my really good friend Sean Penn and all the supporters that have supported his campaign with Help 99 to grab this vehicle for us and this battery bank in Blue Eddy.
My name is Jayme Gordon. I'm from Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada. I've followed the war on Twitter since day one for the last 3 years. I've been donating to the group here for every month for the last couple of years, I think. And at some point I realized I could do a little bit more. So that's why I joined the convoy. From today's handover, I don't have any solid expectations. I just hope that the soldiers find the vehicles to be useful. I think it's important for people from Canada to stay involved and continue helping, because the more we help, the faster we help, the sooner this war will be over.
Special thanks to the people who keep supporting Ukraine even though it's been so long in this horrible war. So NAFO Lieutenant, Captain, Mayor and Colonel, thank you for staying with us and thank you for being real friends of Ukraine.
And now we are with the 82nd Airborne Brigade, 3rd Airborne Assault Battalion, and I'm really happy to see here Oleg, who has a very nice nickname here, Volyn. Why did you choose such a name? Because I also come from this very beautiful region, and after we win, all of you people are invited there.
In our unit, I was the only guy from Volyn, from Western Ukraine.
You know, it's about Ukrainian geography, but my channel, and thank you very much the community of Anna from Ukraine who made this truck possible, and it will definitely help us defeat the Russia. But we love Russian geography lessons, where we discover more of the destroyed military objects on various Russian locations. And I know that you can tell us more about Kursk, because you were among the first to start the operation, if not the very first, right?
We were the first to enter the Kursk region, and that was on the very first day of the operation. Immediately after crossing the border, we encountered the enemy. They were Marines. We captured 32 of them. In total, we covered a significant distance and reached the furthest point, 42 kilometers into their home front. No other brigade got that far. Around the 6th day, we engaged in a heavy battle, as the enemy had brought in reserves, a large amount of artillery, tanks and armored personnel carriers. That's when a fierce fight began, during which we captured a lot of equipment. Over the entire operation, we took about 120 Russian servicemen prisoner.
That is so great, because I think that this Kursk operation inspired not just a lot of Ukrainians, but a lot of people around the world, because it demonstrated Russia's vulnerability. And one very important fact that all of us have to remember right now, that Russia in 2025 controls less of the Ukrainian territories it did in 2022 and less of the Russian territories it did in 2022 because of such guys. Could you tell us what do we need to defeat Russia effectively? Because it seems like the only working peace plan. What are the things necessary for the Ukrainian troops so that people around the world see clearer our joint mission?
The most important thing is support. We have it from our citizens, and that is incredibly important. Let me give you an example that illustrates this. When we were carrying out the Kursk operation, the thing we feared most was enemy choppers. We were afraid that as soon as we entered, their aviation would fly in and bomb us. And so, after we entered their territory and advanced about 15 kilometers, the first chopper, a Ka-52, was flying right at us. Everyone understood we were about to be annihilated. Then one of our soldiers came out with a Stinger and aimed at it. There was an incredible silence. We had just pulled into a line of trees. He took aim as the chopper rose from the field. He fired and brought it down. Everyone started shouting, "Yes, we got it! We destroyed it!" It cheered us up so much that we became unstoppable. That was the first Ka-52 destroyed over Russian territory.
And do we have a driver who brought the truck here? Oh, okay, could you come out?
I'm Ruta, I'm from Lithuania. We can so little to do, so it's at least what we can do, not only donate the money, but if we have a chance, like for me to drive this truck from Lithuania here to Kiev, so I'm happy to do that and I hope it's gonna work.
And I'm so happy that girls power. Thank you so much, and here are the patches for your unit, and thank you so much.
Hi, Anya. My call sign is Volyn. I serve in the 82nd Air Assault Brigade. I want to thank you and your subscribers for the donations for this vehicle. It will help us transport our pilots and deliver their munitions. Thank you for being the kind of people you are. We're from the same city, from Lutsk, our native land. Thank you for the opportunity to meet and get to know you in person.
Slava Ukraini!
Powder, great to meet you. First of all, what's the name of your colleague, and does your colleague come out into the field with you as well?
Her name is Hera. We found her in the occupied territory, and now she's always with me on missions.
She's beautiful. So you joined as a volunteer and also with your friends. Are a lot of people in your brigade and your battalion also volunteers?
Yes, completely voluntarily. There are 3 of us, close friends. We've been friends for 10 years and went to serve together.
Can you talk a little bit about the direction you're serving in right now and how things have evolved there? What's the current situation there right now?
Our sector is the Kupiansk direction. It's very tough there right now. There are constant enemy assaults from the opposite side. We are holding our ground, not retreating.
So this vehicle will go to Kupiansk. It's the Dach Battalion, so from Germany, Switzerland, and Austria. What does this vehicle's new life look for in Kupiansk direction? How will you be using this on a daily basis?
This vehicle will be used by our aerial reconnaissance pilots. It will be given to them so they can drive to positions, rotate crews, and deliver Mavic drones, food and fuel. Essentially, the car will go to the reconnaissance company.
You yourself have used the drones to pretty good effect. Can you tell a story about how you put a Mavic drone to use once?
About 2 months ago, we captured a Russian serviceman with the help of a Mavic drone. Shortly before that, We had scattered special leaflets in the woods about surrendering. He found one, then saw our drone hovering about him. The soldier dropped his weapon, raised his hands, and started waving. We blinked the drone's bottom lights, signaling him to follow it, and in this way we led him directly to our positions.
I understand when you take a prisoner, of course they throw their weapon away, but you actually need them to throw their plate carrier, their vest away as well. What's the deal with that?
Because a hidden weapon could be concealed under the body armor. This is necessary so we can clearly see that he is unarmed.
Powder, I'm happy to present you with these NAFO patches and to say thank you for all of the work that you're doing, and Hera, of course, as well. Thank you so much.
Дякую.
Дякую.
Thank you.
Дякую, Hera.
We want to sincerely thank the Dach Battalion for their help in purchasing this vehicle, as well as everyone who joined the fundraising effort.
На цю автівку.
This is not just a big sticker on a car. You can read lots of names of people who've been staying with us for more than 3 years and still support us. Thank you so much, Sergeant, Second Lieutenant, and Lieutenant.
We are here joined by Berlin. That is a very interesting call sign, call name. Why did you choose it?
I lived the last 20 years in Germany, specifically in Berlin. So, of course, after my final return to Ukraine, whenever someone asked, "Where are you from?" even though I'm from Kyiv, I would automatically answer from Berlin. And so everyone started calling me Berlin.
That is so interesting, and that, by the way, illustrates a very important fact that many forget about. Not only a lot of Ukrainians had to leave the country and found homes in your countries, but also a lot of Ukrainians living abroad returned to defend the borders. And my next question is, why did you decide to return? Was it connected with war, and could you tell more about your decision to join the army? Why?
По-перше, спочатку повномасштабного вторгнення.
At the very beginning of the full-scale invasion, starting on February 25th, we began collecting humanitarian aid and volunteering in Berlin. Until the end of 2022, I was volunteering from Germany. I traveled all over Europe collecting medical equipment, medicine and military gear. In December 2022, a tragedy occurred. My sister's boyfriend was killed. That became the very trigger to go to Ukraine and support her, because she was in an extremely dark place. Of course, after that, I started traveling to Ukraine almost every month, accompanying humanitarian convoys as the vice president of a charity organization. I was volunteering for several large German foundations at once. At the end of 2023, I stopped volunteering, and in October 2024, I joined the army. Why? I actually knew from the very beginning of the invasion that I would go to serve. The only question was how long I would be more useful as a volunteer. The moment I saw that the scale of aid was not the same anymore, I clearly understood my time had come. On top of that, a lot of my friends had been killed in the very short period. So I decided it would be a fair exchange. Me, one person, for the large number of friends who had fallen.
During this last month, there were so many conversations about negotiations, peace deals, but here in Ukraine we understand that the only working peace plan is to defeat and demilitarize Russia. What do we need to achieve that from your military point of view?
No way can we stop. We must continue to fight for Ukraine's freedom, to defend our borders. Of course, all this is not possible without the help of our foreign partners. We are incredibly grateful that they don't forget about us and provide constant support, for example, in the form of these wonderful vehicles, EW systems, drones, and all the other necessary equipment.
So this is one of many cars delivered by Jayme Broe and his community, and of course an amazing NAFO team. I have to say this on camera. Jake, you look amazing here. Do we have a driver? Could you tell us what's your name, where are you from?
Okay, my name is Stefano, I'm Italian but I live in Estonia, so I was one of the drivers to come here, and thank you very much for your help.
for you. Thanks for you.
Deine Arbeit. Thank you.
Dankeschön, Dankeschön.
And I am Jasper from Estonia, and this is my 9th convoy actually. And every time I come here, I see how important it is to support you guys. And so, like, big thank you from me that you're fighting for us too.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. This is very inspiring, and the patches go to you. May them protect you.
Thank you.
We want to sincerely thank you and the subscribers of your channel Jayme Broe for donating and never forgetting about us. This vehicle will carry out its combat missions in the sectors where we will be sent, and it will work towards the joint victory of Ukraine.
My name is Wolfgang Schacke. I'm from Germany, but I have been living in Switzerland for 15 years now. Most fundraisers or donations, you never really know where your money goes, but when you're paying for a truck and the truck then actually gets delivered, it adds a whole new dimension to the donation. And if I'm being honest, also there was a bit of a sense of adventure and yeah, just being part of something greater, if I can be a little cheesy. As far as I'm concerned, like it or not, the Ukraine is fighting this war for not just for them, but for all of us, meaning the democratic countries of the West and the world. And so as long as you accept this circumstance, it becomes almost a moral obligation to be invested as much as you can and contribute as much as you can. And yeah, that's why I'm here.
And now we are with the 37 Marine Brigade, and you have an amazing call sign skipper. I think we never speak enough about the medical doctor help on the front lines, because this saves a lot of Ukrainian lives and lives of those people who help us. Could you tell a little bit more about this work of doctor on the front lines?
What can I say? This is a completely different reality. Nothing like what we ever imagined. Back when we were studying in universities, no one ever prepared us for this. Not even in military training courses. It's true, we had a class in field surgery, so we had to recall everything, absolutely everything. And suddenly, all that knowledge we once learned came floating back and actually became useful.
Now we understand that the only working peace plan is to defeat and demilitarize Russia. From your perspective, taking into account that a large community, NAFO supporters, are watching us right now, what is necessary for the victory of Ukraine?
But maybe the most important thing in this, people mustn't forget that we're still here, still fighting. I remember clearly how it was back in 2022. How everyone used to run up to us, shaking our hands. I just want this remembrance to not be limited to simply standing up at 9 AM for a moment of silence and listening to the anthem. It shouldn't end there. I think we deserve more than that.
We got this car with the support of a NAFO monthly patch, which is Sea Killers. It's truly beautiful. And I have a question. Do we have a driver who delivered the car? Yeah, guys, would you like to join us? Could you tell us a little bit more about yourself? Where are you from and why have you decided to join NAFO campaign?
Yeah, so we both come from Belgium and we are just proud to be able to support a little bit, contribute a little bit for the amazing work that you all are doing. And I found it very interesting to hear about why Skipper decided to join the medical side of things. I'm also more on that side myself, so I'm really happy that we're able to give you this car and see it being used well. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Jaku. Thank you. Just like this.
Dear Private and Corporals, we count on your support and you never fail us. There are so many names of yours that it would take us hours to read all of them. But trust us, we keep all of you in our hearts. Thank you so much for supporting Ukraine and being with us.
And I'm happy to be here with Alexei, who actually was already interviewed for one NAFO Convoy approximately a year ago. So my question will be, how did war change? How did you change during this year of war?
The war changes almost every month. Innovations constantly appear, and the changes at the front happen incredibly fast. If you compare it to last year, today FPV drones are not just a threat, but a truly serious problem. For example, simply driving to a position has become a huge issue, because a significant portion of enemy drones now use fiber optics, which are almost impossible to counter. And we're observing these changes absolutely everywhere, on all sectors of the front. Reconnaissance UAVs are also constantly being modernized. They fly farther, they see more. If just a year ago a drone flying 15 kilometers was something innovative, today they easily cover 35-40 kilometers and can attack effectively. They're equipped with powerful infrared cameras and so on. So unfortunately, the front is changing every day, and we must keep up with these changes.
Do you see that lots of our partners start learning from the Ukrainian experience? And is there anything specific you can highlight in this new, totally different war of the 21st century?
Today, Ukraine is effectively acting as a teacher for all our allies and partners. Because here you can see firsthand how everything happens in reality, in real conditions where every soldier puts their life on the line. And here, there is no room for games or dangerous experiments.
That is another Jayme Broe car, and he is actually with us. Thank you so much, the amazing community of Jayme Broe and all the other people who make it possible, and of course NAFO 69, Sniffing Brigade and Help 99. Thank you so much for making it all possible and for defeating the evil.
Thank you. Thank you for standing with us. Thank you for standing with Ukraine. Thank you for supporting us. It's really matter for us to feel that we are not alone in this war. Thank you.
I want to sincerely thank you and all your subscribers who helped raise funds for this vehicle. It will help us carry out our combat missions.
Dear audience, everybody who is watching this video, if you have never seen Messi, here is a unique chance for you to see him. Our next interviewee is from the 3rd Assault Brigade. Messi has been serving there for like almost 3 years, and he will tell us a story about a very unique operation, successful operation that he has recently took part in as a part of 3rd Assault Brigade.
One of the most recent operations in our sector was an assault on a settlement that had recently been seized by the enemy. What made this assault remarkable was that we suffered no irrecoverable losses, only wounded. In contrast, the enemy lost 20 soldiers and 6 more were captured. That level of effectiveness was made possible by the smart and efficient use of unmanned systems.
The casualties with 0 and 20 dead, like on the Russian side, and zero casualties from Ukrainian side seem like a crazy number. How did you, was this operation planned for a long time, or how did you manage to do like such a successful...
Most operations aren't planned far in advance. More often, they are quick responses and fast adaptations to the enemy's movements. This particular mission, for example, was planned in just 2 or 3 days. The guys immediately started training, tailored specifically to the terrain they'd be working in. At the same time, our command had already begun drawing up a plan to eliminate the enemy even before our troops got close to their positions.
It's not very typical question that I usually ask, but after this operation that was so successful, of course guys were very happy that it's turned out as it turned out. Do you have any traditions or ways that you kind of celebrate successful missions?
I believe the best ritual for any fighter is proper rest, followed by a return to intense training. As for the command, their ritual should be thorough documentation and analysis of results. Turning those results into experience is key. Because if you don't learn from your mistakes and if you don't reflect on your strengths and weaknesses, you might not achieve the same outcome next time.
I want to wish you with this car like work the best it can. I also give you this badge from the campaign that was raising money for the car. Yeah, and thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you
so much.
Hi Jake. I want to sincerely thank you and your subscribers for joining the fundraiser for this wonderful vehicle.
Hello. Hello. Hola. Hello. 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 Salut. Hello. Sveiki. Hello.